is how the story goes. We find out by the treasure in the grand line. There's no doubt. The pirate whose eye is on it, he'll sing. I'll be king of the pirates. I'm gonna be king.
Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Today I bring you a video on the best melody meta guide. The best hunting horns. So this video analyzes the best hunting horn melodies in the game. And we will also deep dive in how to show your melody buffs. And we will compare which are the best and worst hunting horns to build in Monster Hunter now. So we're going to take a look at all of them. Of course, there's a hierarchy. What should you go after? What shouldn't you go after? Well, we're going to find out. Alright, first we're going to get started with how to melody buff your teammates. So there are actually two ways to do this. One, you do the impact echo wave. So you tap and hold and you swipe up. And this will last 10 seconds. The second way is you use your special skill, the Magnificent Trio. This will last 20 seconds. And as you see in the examples right here, you see the buff is being applied into my test account. Now you must have, an important note, you must have the melody ducks active first or they won't transfer over. So if they're not active, you don't have them, and they're not in that red symbol right there, guess what? They're not going to transfer over. So again, you have been warned. Make sure you have them active before you use either one of these two methods in order to transfer your buffs over to your teammates. Now that you know how to buff your teammates, here's a master list of all the hunting horns, and here's the melody list as of Season 6. Here's a chart. So we're going to go over every single hunting horn. Here's a general master list here. But, again, we'll be going through every single hunting horn as of Season 6, and taking into account also just how powerful it is, as far as its stats go, attack, status attack, etc., affinity, and as well as how useful the equipment skill is. Obviously, if the equipment skill is absolute booty cheeks, we are not going to care too much about it. But we're not done with charts yet. Credits to Janice Howe for this hunting horn monster counter chart. So I started noticing this as I started making this video, but yeah, each monster is actually countered by a specific hunting horn. It's a cool concept, but it's also a bad design, in my opinion. If you have multiple 10-5 weapons like I do, and you play the game at a hardcore level, it takes a lot of effort to max weapons. A lot of people have played for over a year and a half, and if you play casually, you don't have a max weapons, and they probably don't know how hard it is. But if you do know it, you do know that why doing this is kind of meh. Cool concept again, but I really wish they just made a melody specific to a batch of monsters rather than taking on one or specific set. Alright, first we're going to get started with fire hunting horns. These are the best fire hunting horns, and fire is actually pretty long because there's a lot of good stuff. So the best fire hunting horn is actually Gold Rothian. It's the number one in attack. It has the best offense with critical element level 2, and attack up S, which is small, is a great melody paired up with Sonic Wave. Literally the cream of the crop, the strongest of the strongest of fire. You need it, you should use it. It's the Gold Rothian hunting horn for sure. Next up, you have support, where it would be Glavenus. And the reason why Glavenus is support is because it uses critical frosty and has a high fire attack value, so it does have that offense. But its no replenishment special replenishment L is actually pretty insane. The reason being is because you can spam it to rapidly increase your team's SP fill gauge rate, and it's actually pretty easy to put them together. Activate knockback, activate earplugs, and then special replenish to oblivion. Now Rathalos is also very good. That's why it's up here. It's a number 2 support because it has high elemental attack value. It's the highest out of the regular monsters, so if you don't have subspecies, you definitely want to go after that one. And its special replenishment and elemental value up is just a really good melody set to have, even though it's not a subspecies, and like I mentioned, just one of the OGs and regular variants of a monster. However, where you have the best, you will also have the worst. Here we have the worst fire hunting horns, and the attack ones are the Pink Rothian and Anjanath ones. These are the worst ones because of this. Pink Rothian actually isn't bad. It has solid stats with Evade Extender being a good skill, but its melody set is pretty garbage outside of a fire weak monster. The reason being is because Thunder Resistance earplugs, not really too much to celebrate, and fire attack up only works specifically for fire, so that's why it's kind of cheeks. However, Anjanath is okay as far as its value. It's the number 2 worst attack one, arguably the worst attack one actually. because the only good thing about it is its melodies. Special replenishment S and attack up L is pretty good. But the problem with it is that Anjanath is Rising Tide is just really bad. Well, it's not really bad, it's just not that great. And you have the worst support one, we have Pasarios. Just don't use it. It really is that bad. If you can try to find a justification why Ice Resistant up and Divine Protection is a great combination, along with an Attack S as your final melody, then there's something wrong here. On to the next element, and we have the best water element hunting horns. And there's only one, because water doesn't have a lot of variety here, but it's still good. So for attack and support, it's actually Mizutsune, of course, until the new Elder Dragon comes out in July. But great offensive water stats and affinity. It also has evasion up and affinity up large, so it's a great offense and defensive support combination. You have Artful Dodger, along with its literal evasion distance up, and it's pretty dang good. Along with that, Mizutsune does have those great water stats like I mentioned, so it's going to be the best water hunting horn if you're going after it. But while we only have one great water hunting horn, unfortunately the rest of them kind of suck. These are the worst ones. At number 1, which is the second best if you want to call it worst, Gyratotis. So yes, Gyratotis is technically better than a subspecies. And the reason why it's better is because the melody set can apply to a lot of fire monsters that are weak to water. We're looking at the melody sets here along with everything else. So most fire monsters are weak to water, so that's why Gyratotis wins. It just applies to it. While Koropuke is technically dead last. While it has better attack stats and everything else, the only thing is its melody sucks. Sleep is very limited to a certain set of monsters. Wind pressure, it just depends if they even give off wind pressure. And water attack up is the only great thing about it. So, while Koropuke is good, you might as well just go after Mizutsune if you're looking for a water hunting horn. And on to the next one, and that's where you bring on the Thunder. So Thunder does have some variety here. The two best Thunder hunting horns here are going to be the first with Corinne. So Corinne's latent power, of course, is the Elder Dragon. Its boost to its melodies also has the highest Thunder attack value. But what makes Corinne really good is that its melody set is really solid. Not only that, if you look at the special replenishment and affinity up notes, you can actually activate special replenishment and affinity up at the same time. Because you need 2 consecutive red notes. So you smack blue, double red, activate both of them, and then you smack, not both of them. Double red, activate special replenishment, then another blue note, and then you have affinity up. So effectively using like a short combination, and you can do those 2. Not only that, Zinogre, if you're looking at second best, it doesn't have a high value as Corinne. It does have this high Thunder attack value with Artful Dodger. Its melody set's actually pretty weird. Poison's negated, knockbacks are negated, which aren't really that confiningly useful. But Thunder attack is up, and technically knockbacks and Thunder attack up is great, especially if the monster does try to initiate a knockback. And while you bring on the Thunder, unfortunately they are the worst hunting horns. For number 1, for attack, you have Kezu. Peak performance is meh, and its melody set is actually really weird. Affinity up is good, and Sonic Wave is solid, but the only thing is Muck and Snow is like really, yeah. Not many monsters chuck that, and it's not really matters too much. Along with, what doesn't matter too much is Tobi-Gadachi. Don't get me wrong, great early on hunting horn just because it's cheap, and Tobi-Gadachi is plentiful. But the thing is, Evade Extender makes it okay, and its melody set is what makes it weird. You have Earplugs L, which only applies to monsters that roar. Now don't get me wrong, a lot of monsters roar. But with that being said, attack up is the only best thing about this set. Everything in consideration, Tobi-Gadachi, again, it's not terrible. It's just, it doesn't synergize well with a lot of different monsters, especially because sleep negated. Not many monsters will put you to sleep, and not many monsters will require Thunder for them if they sleep as well. For the next element, we have Ice Ice Baby, as in the best ice hunting horns, and at number 1, you have Kushala Daora. It has the highest attack value and pairs up well with attack up S. It's also the only hunting horn with diffuse Sonic Wave. And yes, it's very powerful. And what it also does, there's an additional effect, it cures you of Blast and Hellfire Blight, which is really cool. I would say the only problem with that is that not many will actually give you Blast and Hellfire. Magdamalo, Teostra, and unless more monsters in the future decide to blow your head off with these 2 elements, it still is really good because of diffuse Sonic Wave. In addition, Barith has positive affinity, so that's why it's number 2. And Evade Extender helps you with movement. So combine all that together, you got something pretty good. Its melody set, however, is only okay, but affinity up is really solid because Barith has positive affinity built in the weapon. So for crit builds, this thing is actually really dang good, and you have a built-in evade extender because of its skill. So again, Barith good as second best, but Kushal Dayar is definitely something you can go after if you have the materials for it. And unfortunately, something has to be the worst ice one and put you ice cold. It is Legiana's. It's not bad, but unfortunately, something has to be the worst. And with Thunder Resistant up, it's like, okay. It does apply to monsters like Zinogre, etc. But the problem is Earplugs is very situational. But Element Value up, L is a very decent melody. Overall, it's just okay. Divine Blessing is a mess skill. Yeah, not terrible, but something you definitely don't need and don't have to go after. Moving on, we have the final attack element of the series, the Best Dragon Hunting Horns. You have Near Gigante at number 1 because it has Part Breaker 2 and the highest dragon value of all the hunting horns. Its melody set allows you to stay close as an element value up is pretty solid, so it's actually pretty dang good. Knockbacks, not being able to get knocked back, and element up is a very solid combination, but everything considered, it's just that good. In addition, you have Devil Joe, and it has Power Prolonger to increase your buff timers. So yes, Power Prolonger does work with Hunting Horn and its Echo Melodies and buffing you and your teammates. And it's not really needed because you have how much you spam Echo Wave anyways, so yeah. Along with that, attack up is solid, and poison negative can really help against Venom. So overall, it's just really useful. But Devil Joe is a pain to go after, as well as an Ogre, but these are the best Dragon Elemental Hunting Horns. On to the next one, and we have the status elements, starting off with the Poison Hunting Horns. At number 1 for attack, you have Puke Puke. As Puke Puke has a high raw attack value and has Sonic Wave. High raw, and like before in the original, before all this madness came out for Poison, it was an OG and incredibly powerful. And the thing, its melee set allows you to stay close thanks to evasion distance up, so it's built in an evade extender as well as Sonic Wave, and the only poison one with Sonic Wave, so definitely great for attack. And the number 1 support is the Chameleos. Chameleos is the cream of the crop, the latest and greatest Elder Dragon, and for poison, it's amazing. Status Sneak Attack 2 has the highest poison value, you definitely want it. It also has one of the best support sets in the game with defense up. Wind pressure, not so much, but it also has element value up. So combine that with status sneak attack, being able to poison everything in consideration. Chameleos is great for support. Technically, it's also attack because you're poisoning something, but at the same time, defense up, yes. But unfortunately, what's not a yes is we still have the worst poison hunting horns, and that's the Rothian Hunting Horn. It's okay. The problem is health boost really kills its value, and it's really worthless. But in addition to that, the melody set is also only okay. Tremors negated, dragon resistance up. You're not gonna go after me. There aren't many dragon elemental monsters in Monster Hunter now, so dragon resistance kind of doesn't really matter. In addition, with attack up L, it's the only good thing about it. It's still good to use, don't get me wrong. It's still viable. It's just health boost leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and it just doesn't bring a lot to the table. For the next status element, we have Sleep. And the best Sleep Hunting Horns, there aren't many, but at number 1 for support, you have Nightshade Palumu. It has a high sleep value at this time. Along with that, its melody set is solid, and sleep is a great status to support a team. You put it to sleep, you land an extra few hits, and then you have that Rude Awakener if you use it with this combination. But it has evasion distance up, and with sneak attack, if you attack a monster behind, you get a bonus. So it pairs well. Along with that, attack up is a great melody. So again, greatest and latest Sleep Hunting Horn is definitely the Nightshade Palumu one. And while there's the best sleep, we have the worst sleep, and there are 2 of them as the 2 remaining. The worst Sleep Hunting Horns for support is Somnicanth. It's okay. It has a good equipment skill, but paralysis won't apply to many monsters, and the other thing is elemental value up is actually pretty solid, but again, it's okay. It's definitely not Nightshade Palumu worthy, but you know what? It's okay. And Radabon, don't build it, it's bad. Literally the only good thing is Sonic Wave. If you like defense, Divine Protection is for you, but overall, Radabon is just bad. Just don't build it. And speaking of other elements, it's also the last one on here because we don't have any paralysis hunting horns as of right now. You have the best blast hunting horns. At number 1, you have Basil Juice for attack. It has the highest blast value, and it also has Sonic Wave. The thing about it is, combine that with evasion distance, you have an incredible combination of Part Breaker, Sonic Wave, and you also have evasion up, which is really cool. So yeah, you definitely want it. Tremors Negated works against big monsters, and again, evasion up is a free evade extender. Super worth it, super awesome, and it's definitely worth using. Along with that, you also have support, which is Teostra. Now, the thing is, Teostra is weird because, you know, I know Poison Monster weak to fire. Heroics kind of is okay if you have Guts or you go below that point, especially since you're negating Poison, so passive damage. Again, Melee set's really good, but it's also really weird. But it's also able to negate Venom, which is probably, this thing is tailored built to take on Chameleos. And Special Replenishment L is amazing. Unfortunately, the one that's not great is the last remaining one, which is Magnamalo. Its attack values are okay. The only problem is its buffs don't really do much. And yeah, the only thing is its element value up is great, and Part Breaker, that's pretty much it. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, it's okay. So you can build it because it's the most available one out there. But if you're looking towards Blast, you might as well just go after the other two. And last but not least, we have the best Raw hunting horns. Raw works pretty much against anything. And at the first, we have Tigrex. It has the highest attack value and a great skill you could build off of with Sonic Wave. So yes, you could build Critical Ferocity off with Tigrex. And its melee set is also useful for offense and defense. Obviously, we don't care too much for defense, but Special Replenishment S and having Sonic Wave, along with Tigrex's values, Critical Ferocity, makes it the best Raw hunting horn at this time. The other one is also a support one, which is Diablos. It has the second high rawest attack value because, you know, Black Diablos hunting horn doesn't exist in Monster Hunter now. But its skill is meh. That's the problem. Its value says okay. It's relatively easy to activate all three because of the no order. You could literally do blue, blue, red, red, and then there you go. You would activate everything. But again, just because it has a second raw high value, that's pretty much it. And when it comes to Raw, there's a lot of Raw hunting horns out here, but there's also a lot of really bad ones. At number 1, the worst attack one, you actually have Kulu-Yaku, and the reason why is simply because of Fortify. Yeah, it does have Sonic Wave. Affinity Fuff is definitely solid, but it's not worth it. No, seriously, don't think about building it. Sonic Wave and Affinity Up are good. Great base one, but Fortify just leaves a really bad taste in my mouth, and it should leave one for you too. And for support, we have, I'm just going to say all of them because there's literally 5 of them. You have Bone, Palumu, or Arzuros, and Barith in that order of being the worst. Because Bone Hunting Horn is actually pretty decent. The problem is the equipment skill and its low base max stat compared to other Raw Hunting Horns. That's the problem with Bone. Bone, yeah, it's actually solid. Like I mentioned, it's actually decent. If I were to build a budget Hunting Horn, it would definitely be Bone. That's why it's number 1 for support. Concentration is also okay. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as the rest of them, but you know, it's okay. So if you wanted to build a budget one, it probably would be the Bone Hunting Horn. Pralumu sucks. Don't do it. It has the best defensive skill out of everyone with Divine Blessing, but its melodies are actually bad. Except for attack up, which is, yeah. Along with that, Or, Arzuros, and Barith. Or is okay melody set, but it's terrible equipment skill. You don't want it. And you don't need Muck and Snow with Divine Protection. Doesn't make any sense. Next is Arzuros. Again, Arzuros has a solid melody set with Special Replenishment and Attack Up S. The only problem is its equipment skill is terrible. You don't need Special Boost with this. You're trying to buff everybody else. And yes, it's okay, but it's not okay at the same time. And last but not least, you do have Barith. Barith just sucks. Don't think about it. The only decent thing is its last one. Just don't do it. Don't think about it. Alright, just in case, here's an overview of the best hunting horns. For fire, you have Gold Wrath and Glavnus. For water, you have Mizutsune. For ice, you have Kushala. For thunder, you have Corinne and Zenogre. For dragon, you have Nirgigante and Deviljho. For poison, you have Puke and Chameleos. For sleep, you have Nightshade Palumu. For blast, you have Basil Juice and Teostra. And last but not least, the strongest raw ones, you have Tigrex and Diablos. So if you're looking for hunting horns, those are the best ones you should build for each specific one. And if you need to take a look at each one, review it for attack and support. With that being said, this was a whole lot of data. It took a whole lot of time and a lot of reviewing. So please, do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for YouTube algorithm. Hopefully this does help you decide what hunting horn you want to go after. Me specifically, I'm going after that Basil Juice one like there's no tomorrow. And I'm actually building the Bone one just as a budget one, and I have the resources to do it, so why not? Good luck on your grinds, good luck on all of your Season 6 stuff, and your hunting horn and building it to maximum power. Good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next video.